Alrighty. Good evening, Internet. Welcome to session 1 of the Adventures of the Good Ship Moonshine.
Tales of the Moonshine.
Bum bum bum.
Hooray!
Yes, we finally managed to get icons. We have our lovely map. We have our
I'm
lovely
sure
characters.
things will only go well.
Nothing bad will ever happen, TM.
Why would
Nothing
bad
bad
things
ever
happen
happens.
in an RPG? Why ever?
I don't know why.
Oh, I realized I took my dice.
All I know is that if Nick tries to kill my horse, he has to answer to God.
I'm actually not allowed to do that. You bought plot
I
protection on your
know.
horse.
That's why you have to answer to God.
Yep. Alrighty, but where we are going to start off is our lovely group of bounty hunters. You guys have a bounty. In fact, there's several bounties because you were on the lookout for some new work, and boy, did you find some work in a star system that was near the prior one you're working in, the Spitfire star system, named because the star at the center has an awful lot of solar flares. And this is a bad thing in some regards. In others, it's good because many of the planets and asteroids, for reasons that no one is quite sure of, manage to collect plasma crystals that make for great fuel, and in some cases, aggressive or risky mages can use them to power their spells. And the crystals are collected and mined in the system. The system actually has met quite a few planets and planetoids, but there's only 3 sections we particularly care about. First, there's SF2, the gas giant with 7 moons. That's where the majority of the mining and collection operations are. In the shadow of this gas giant, protecting it, very particularly placed to protect it from solar flares, is the Shroud Space Station. This is the place of law and order in the system. It is also the highest tech level area, and the most secure. This is not where we are starting our game. You visited briefly to hail, register your ship, check the bounty board, see, oh, there's a lot of bounties. Boy, are there a lot of bounties. Boy, are they having some crime problems here.
Captain, what's a bounty?
You familiar with jobs, nerd?
I used to be told to do things. Is that like a job?
Oh, remember how we talked about currency last week? It's a way to get currency.
Oh, okay. What do we got to do?
Figure out which one of these bounties makes the most sense for us to grab with our skill set.
Captain, may I suggest a bounty that will suffice for all of our supplies, and then some extra, to upgrade gear as it becomes damaged?
Duly noted, Kane. Duly noted.
Acknowledged.
Mm-hmm. Now, most of the bounties here are for capture and delivery to the marshal's office. There are 2 exceptions, which are the 2 most wanted criminals in the system. But I'll give you a little hint. Highest bounty in the system is for Tycon Craw. This is a $5 million bounty for the guy who heads up a crime family that's taken over a significant amount of the system.
That sounds like fun.
Could be fun.
He's one of the 2, wanted dead or alive. Thing is, there's not that much information about where he is. Just that, he's dangerous. Some information, he's a powerful mage, very good shot. He commands the loyalty of, well, they're not exactly sure how many men.
Captain, is he a bad guy?
Oh, he's a right proper crook.
Oh, we should stop him then. Captain Blasteroid says we should stop evil wherever we find it.
Yeah, the problem is finding it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a nice policy to have, but we'll need to make sure we keep to things that we can actually grasp.
Yeah, it seems to me. I reckon that what we should do is maybe grab one of the smaller bounties and keep our eyes out for the bigger fish.
Observation. There are other bounties that fit this prerequisite. Let
I
us
thought
continue scanning the board.
I thought we were going after bounties. When did fish become involved?
It's an expression.
That's a joke, son. It's a joke. It's well right past you.
Oh, okay. Ha 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 ha. Is that how I react? I'm new to jokes.
You're doing right and proper, nerd. You're doing right and proper. And I clap you on the back, and then I will continue looking at the bounties.
It's very
I don't-
good. Very good.
I don't really
Nice
have
kid, but he's a nice kid, but he's a
Actually-
few knives short of a steak door.
That's a question. What would you have told me to be when I came on to look at these bounties?
You know, I don't think I would give an opinion.
Oh, then I'm just going to be a blob.
Excellent.
There are some other blobs moving around the station. You're the only silver and metallic one.
Yep.
Most of them are made of goo.
I'm kind of goo.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah. Moving down, I'm gonna give you the second big bounty, even though it's probably a little bit above your current pay grade too. Felicity Craw, Tycon's daughter, who they vaguely know where she is and that she's in Ablorn's Hope, causing a ruckus and killing people. They haven't quite identified where her hideout is because this system's only been colonized for about 60 years, and a planet's a big place.
Oh. Captain, what's killing mean?
Permanent termination.
Oh, we can just fix that. I'm good at fixing things.
No, permanent means you can't fix
Yeah.
it. It stays that way.
Oh, but I can fix anything. Mostly.
There are some things you just can't fix, kid.
Oh. Okay. Wow, I never knew that.
Yep. But there's a fair number in between, lots of different sorts of criminals, but down towards the bottom of the board, the easy to find ones, there's two that you immediately see. One that's a lead to some of the bigger ones is Jimmy Craw. Recently took over the town of Wheel in Ablorn's Hope. Been causing problems. It's a bit outside of the territory the sheriff of Ablorn's Hope can actually reach. So she sent up the bounty to any hunters interested in going after it. And that his bounty is 10,000. Preferably wanted alive because he might lead you to the bigger fish. So a bounty for a Mad Cat. This is a robot that was supposed to be performing that has instead rebelled and is trying to lead robots out into the wastes. There's a bounty of $200 for shutting it down.
Any of these appeal to you, Captain?
Well, I reckon we should give the local sheriff a hand if we got one to give. Bully, you've been quiet. You got any opinions?
I can't detach a hand for you, Captain. Sorry. I can't do that yet.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's another figure of speech, son.
Oh, I'll have to figure out what that means later.
It's a metaphor, a simile. Means a thing what mean another thing.
Oh, okay.
I give Paula a look as if we've been dealing with this constantly for at least like 2 months.
You definitely have been. You absolutely have been.
A long-suffered look.
Again, he's a nice boy, but he's just a few knives short of a steak drawer.
I can be a steak drawer. I turn into a steak drawer.
Excellent, thank you.
We're that's real nice and all, but we're gonna need y'all to be a little more.
I make more knives.
Gonna need you to be a little more ambulatory for this one, son.
I'd make wheels on my knife drawer body.
That'll do.
I'm a little steak drawer with knives sticking out of it on wheels.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Very precious.
So,
Good.
Captain, for this, any particular loadout you'll be requesting?
Let me see. I got a couple good bullets myself. You might probably want some, I reckon, if we're gonna. Everyone all right with looking after Jimmy Craw?
I'm fine with Jimmy Craw.
Can you all right with that mission?
I believe Kane is currently blue screening.
Oh no. I'm gonna assume yes.
Do whatever Captain thinks is best.
All right. Anyways, as I was saying, I think let's see. Well, we gotta get the guy alive, so there's that. I don't know, Affy, you got any recommendations?
Well, can create some bullets that will try and have a little bit more of an explosive blast. Ones that might try to exhaust or injure him a bit more. Could mess with wake ones that mess with the power in the area, or potentially mess with gravity, making it a bit hard for him to gain any traction. There's also some stuff some charms I can prepare to help with the event anyone gets injured. So
That's
those
always a
might
good
be,
idea.
yeah. But I can aim for making things to either slow him down, frighten him, or any such thing. If you have anything in mind.
Anything that can help us get him alive, because I reckon in the heat of the battle that'll be a bit difficult.
I reckon there's lots of ways to bring someone in alive.
True.
I can give him a hug.
I snap my fingers at the child to do the finger gun.
I can put things in the bullets that will help with that, though. Reminder, regardless of what spell I put in a bullet, it's still a bullet.
That's fair.
Sounds like you guys got at least a little bit of a plan.
Yep. I'm gonna take the bounty off the board and let the people who are in charge know we're going after that one. If
Right.
that's a system that we have in place, or if this is just like a community board posting thing that we're just supposed to look at. I don't know.
It's an
Whichever thing
electronic
is appropriate.
board, but you can put it in. You can talk to Sergeant Harmon, who's the guy in charge of the bounty board. It's like, oh, someone's taken that. Good show,
Yes,
good
sir?
show. Yep. Sergeant, he's definitely seen better days. You're not sure why he hasn't replaced the blind eye with a cybernetic one yet, but no one really questions it.
That's his decision.
Mm-hmm. Sergeant Harmon, he mostly runs the bounty board in the system and is in charge of the internal police force on Shroud. But no one really messes with the main station. Like, even crooks know not to do that.
It's a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. That's the way you actually get, like, the Galactic Rangers or the Navy mad at you.
Don't like that.
Yep. I say, well, probably want to stop by down in Renai. That's where Sheriff Farrow usually is. She'll have more information about him.
Thank you kindly, Sarge.
Good luck, hunters.
Bye, Mr. Nice Man.
Yep.
Have a good evening, Sarge.
You folks have a good evening too.
We must look like a really weird group walking around.
I mean, there's other There are non-humans out in the galaxy, so
Mm-hmm.
probably not the weirdest or oddest group.
Humans are the majority, but like there's a fair number of aliens around. You guys are definitely among the weirder. Like
Oh, you don't say. You don't
I'd say
fucking say.
notable, though not like super crazy rare.
Okay.
As long as people don't look too closely at Nerd.
Yeah, we're fine. Fine.
I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not an unusual creature. Nope.
It's fine. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, so I'm going to assume Kane roughly does his job of piloting the ship down to the planet for you.
Cool.
He is quite good at that. So, Ablorn's Hope. This is the main colony besides the space station. It's actually where the largest amount of population are. It's a warm planet. It's definitely gotten fried by the solar flares several times, so local biosphere's quite arid overall. Notable thing is that there was life here before the current colonization. The whatever precursor civilization didn't really get to space flight. All the solar flares kind of stopped them from developing electricity. But they definitely had weird, like magitech and mutant creatures that some people are still excavating, even though the mining operation is the big one. You'll take the ship down to the main city, presumably, which is Renai. As mentioned before, it's pretty well built up. Got a lot of people. One big note though is Ablorn's Hope and also Jinx, the other planet, both are TL9 overall. There's smattering bits of things that are TL10 when they get stuff from the station or people bring it on, but the local industrial base really isn't that built up.
What's the tech level of this campaign?
10 is the average tech level.
Okay.
This is, you're on a backwater.
Right.
One of the things that matters is that the locals are mostly going to be using TL9 gear. It's going to be hard to replace some things if they get broken. At least down here, you can go up to the station and you should be fine. Oh yeah, it's still being developed. Still building up.
Okay.
A lot of weird biotech, though. Weird critters out in the desert.
Sounds right.
Ooh.
So, Nick, for making my charms, should I be just rolling those in channel, rolling those privately, and giving you the results? They don't
just
take
roll them
that
in
long
channel.
to make.
Yeah,
Okay.
just roll them in channel.
There's gonna be a lot of rolls because I'm pretty sure these, based off the amount of time it takes for casting the spell normally, and this being just the quick and dirty way of doing that, I think these will be pretty, these are like 15 minutes to do or something.
Yeah, and you got a couple of hours of flight before
Yeah.
you get to the planet.
So, just going to start with healing charms.
Yep.
During the hours of flight, Bola, the captain, and Nerd spend a lot of it going over metaphors and similes.
Okay. I will
Captain,
try
it was indicated that Nerd wishes to play video games.
No, I want to watch Captain Blasteroid.
Acknowledged.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'll say when I say I'm making a mountain out of a molehill, that don't mean that I'm actually building a full geographical feature, you understand? It means that I'm making a big deal out of something what ought to be a small deal. You understand? You feel me?
That makes more sense. It'd take a long time to make a mountain out of that.
That's a good boy.
Good. Maybe I replicated myself on that level enough.
Not like that, son.
No, no, no. Now, remember,
Oh, that breaks the
nerd
conservation of mass law.
just stops dead in tracks when you say that.
Let's put a pin in that.
Yeah.
I've turned my hand into a pin and stick it in my head.
Now, see, that's another fine example of a metaphor, son. It means that we're going to table this discussion until a later date and time. You understand?
I started to turn into a table and then revert back as you finish your sentence.
Yeah, I suppose that's my own fault. What I mean is that we're postponing this discussion.
Oh, okay. Do we got to stop bad guys now?
Are we at the planet yet?
It takes a little bit. You got a full episode to watch, and then you'll be there.
Excellent.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh, this is episode 20. This one's great. Captain Blasteroid is at the mercy of Dr. Laser Flare. I love this one.
That you're a real peach, kiddo.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I can't turn. Don't be silly. I can't turn into anything biological. Silly Bulla.
Oh. Yeah, I suppose that's something I got on you then. I said taking off a piece of myself and it turns into a peach.
Excellent.
Woo.
well, it seems like we're never gonna be low for supplies here between the three of us.
Oh, to keep y'all fed as much as I aim to.
Yep. And so enough. You go. You touch down. Boy, is the air dusty and the atmosphere thick. Hot, sweaty, and the city wasn't even founded near the equator. It was up about, like, honestly, Boston latitude.
Okay.
But even here, you feel like you're just baking in the sun. Normal gravity for a planet. I'm not going to throw too many complex things at you guys for a while. Gravity is annoying, so I'm not going to mess with that too much.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, looks like a pretty nice small city. Lots of different people going around. You can easily talk to a information kiosk AI to find your way to the sheriff's office if you want to check with her first. You also get a
How
map
much
of
did
the
you say
planet.
we were spending traveling again? Sorry.
Couple hours.
Okay, just figuring out how much I would get done.
Probably 8 charms for 15-minute increments.
Okay.
For the record, I am riding into town on my horse, and my hat is perfectly placed because this is the key environment in which I am thriving.
Yep.
Captain, request. Which body should I use for this endeavor?
That's an excellent question, Kane. You got any druthers?
Repeat, Captain.
You got any druthers, Kane?
Brothers, Captain?
You got a preference on which body you want to go out as, Kane?
Whichever body you prefer me to use, Captain.
Which one do you think is best suited to the environment, Kane?
Scanning. For the rugged terrain, the robotic mule is the recommended suggestion. Has rough exterior, four-wheel drive, and high carrying capacity.
Are you happy with that one?
I am happy with whatever you are happy with, Captain.
I don't know, Mr. Kane. I think he wants you to choose.
I have no preference. Which do you think suits the environment best? Chief Engineer Nerd.
What are the options?
You might want to just drag all 3 icons down, Izzy. I mess up one of them. I messed up one. I'm going to fix that while you guys discuss.
Ooh, the bee's cute. You should bring the bee.
Sorry.
Oh, no.
Which body was told to use?
Oh, the bee's cute. You should use it.
Okay.
It goes bzzz and gets to fly around and stuff. So cool.
I'm a 3-foot-long drone.
Also, as you fix your HP values at some point on your sheet, I know you know how much HP these bodies actually have.
Yeah, I will.
Yep. So going down, one thing you notice is most people are just going around fairly armed here. Something you notice is the stuff that you guys have doesn't really draw anyone's attention. But soon enough, you get to the sheriff's office. It's pretty small. There's not too many people here. One thing that Affy immediately feels is the amount of magic from, that is definitely in the office and around the office.
Well, that's fascinating. Cam, did you know if the sheriff was a practicing mage?
I didn't see anything about that on the bulletin board, and I quite frankly haven't been around here too often myself.
Not as much of our ship, but that definitely gives it gives off the feel of one.
Well, I can't feel anything.
Different set of senses. I'm a bit more attuned to the ambient magic of the area, so.
Is there a device for that?
Well, if the cabin wishes, I can probably try and put together a charm that could help with it, but would be a bit longer to make something that's long-lasting rather than a short little tool. But making a charm that could be broken to tell you about active magic in the area, that shouldn't be too hard to put together. As long as you're fine with it being one use.
Oh, maybe? Is it important? If it's not important, I don't really care.
Yeah. My guess at the moment would be that I should be able to handle detective magic on my own, but if the captain would rather have extra pair of eyes, we can take care of that.
I make an extra pair of eyes.
I reckon that one's fair. It's a little less absurd than the other ones we went over, like leading the horse to water and making it drink.
Actually, let's make use of this. Nick, what can I see from the station as I telescopic vision in?
No.
Not much. So it's fairly busy in the station. Mostly people coming in with more reports of problems out on the frontier.
All right.
People are there's a lot of people who aren't the sheriff or any of the police force who seem pretty pissed.
Oh, there's some mad people in there. As you just see my eyes literally like stretch out into telescopes that like zoom in at the sheriff's office.
Well, that's good to know.
He seems pretty busy. A lot of people are really angry. Should we come back another time?
Let's just be on best behavior. I reckon if we can get one thing off their to-do list, it'll make everything else a lot easier.
Oh, I could tell you what maybe they're talking about.
I think our best bet for right now is to try and find the sheriff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, heading in.
We gotta find the sheriff somehow, Nick.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, get on the office. It's easy enough to hear that a bunch of people are complaining about the Craw's wrecking operations. There are several people talking about beasts in the wilderness that are coming into the mines and sniffing around and breaking things. There's a couple of robots sitting there waiting patiently in line.
Good
It
for
is
them.
incredibly obvious from the ticketing system that they're going to be here for a while. Everyone just keeps cutting them, but they're sitting here waiting patiently like good law-abiding citizens.
Damn.
Hmm.
I suppose the question is, are you grabbing a ticket and waiting, Captain, or are you walking up to the front to try and talk to one of the desks? How are you approaching
If there's someone who is like not actively doing something at the desk, I will go up to the desk.
There are desks that don't have people active at them.
Yeah, okay. I will go to one of those.
All right, all right. Hello, sir. How can I help you?
I'm here to talk to the sheriff about the bounty she posted on one Jimmy Craw.
Oh. Well, this was the permitting desk for things in the city, but I do think she'll want to know about that. Give me a minute.
Thank you kindly.
Goes off. Now you wait a couple of minutes, and then you are ushered back to one of the back offices from let me see, Officer Ryan. Bring you back there. He's like, she is very happy to talk to you. So going in, you guys have ever seen Affy's workshop on the ship? Boy, does the sheriff's office look like a much better organized version of that.
Damn.
I say so out loud, very directly.
Yeah, to each their own.
Guess you were right about all that
Quiet as
energy.
on the captain's head.
Mm-hmm. So coming in probably like mid to late 20s, we know. One thing is, boy, is she an obvious mage from literal glow of power around her. Some of which is, she has one of those plasmoid pieces of plasma as a ring on her finger. Because I was like, here, you're the bounty hunters, here to help me with this problem.
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. Sheriff Lisa Farrow, been trying to get this planet under control for the past 5 years, and you and your crew are?
I'm Captain West, and the rest of the crew can introduce themselves.
Affy, a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Hi, I'm Nerd, and I extend like a goopy arm that forms into a hand. I'm told this is how I greet people.
I shoot a little thumbs up.
She is going to gingerly take the hand between two fingers and shake it, and then make sure nothing is stuck to her hand afterward.
Nope, there's nothing. I'm not sticky. Hand retracts.
Head Chef Bullet, pleasure to meet your acquaintance. And I will shake their hand, and my hand is sticky.
Yep, she's going to go. You can tell the thought of, like, do I immediately use magic to clean this? No, I do not. Definitely goes through her head.
You know, can I immediately use magic to clean it?
Yes.
Okay.
That's not impolite.
Well, apologies, ma'am. That's just this morning's sauce.
Good.
I'm sure you are a man of many talents.
Darn tootin'.
Very well, Captain. Thank you to Affy doing so. Its cheeks fell easy to gather. So, you're here to handle at least one of our crawl problems. What do you need?
Just any information you got on Jimmy Craw would be mighty helpful.
Well, to be honest, he's more of an annoyance and a kid than a real threat. The problem is, he's Felicity's nephew. So he decided that he was going to swing her weight around, take over the town of Wheel, and unfortunately, I'm the only one in the office who can take them on very easily directly. I don't want to put get my boys into more trouble, but I need to stay within a certain radius of the city to make sure it stays safe from Felicity. This entire thing, if I'm assuming he's being smart, and I'm really not, reeks of he's trying to cause a distraction so she can cause a problem.
You got any special skill set?
Here he's good with computers. Got a few little flying drones, kind of like the one you have, that he keeps with him.
Captain, I will look through blueprints to see if there is countermeasures we can take.
Thank you kindly, Ken.
But besides that, no, he's decent enough shot as any. Don't think he quite has the taste for blood that his aunt does.
That's good to know.
And really, bring him back here and I will root around his silly little mind and figure out where their actual hideout is.
I nod. I tip my hat and I say, was someone else trying to say something?
No, go.
I was gonna say, look to the group and say, I think we got everything we need unless somebody else has any questions.
Captain, request requisition a chip for planet-wide information.
Forgot the funds for it, Kane.
I don't suppose the sheriff would be willing to part with one of those, Nick, if he has any.
She doesn't have that.
Okay. I'm gonna probably have to meander into a shop to find one of those.
That one you can go to the AI information stall. They sell those there.
Excellent.
Everyone good?
Think got what I need.
If we know where this low-down polecat lives, then let's get to hopping.
Yeah. Can try to do more preparations if we have more info on them, but other than that, should be good.
So we just gotta capture this guy?
Sounds
That's
like
I'm bringing him
so.
right back to this nice here, Sheriff.
Okay, we can do that.
Yep, there
That's the
might be
spirit.
there might be some other people in the way that we'll have to deal with.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Let's head out. Kane gets his chip to tell you where you need to go.
Yeah, and if we're going to be actually going on a bounty, I'm probably going to switch over to the TechBot body if we're stopping by the ship on the way.
I'm assuming you're flying the ship to the town that he took over.
Yeah.
We don't want to.
So, okay.
Standoff.
So do we just go in and say, Mister, you got to come with us? That'll work, right?
Probably not, but
Couldn't try, I think. No excuse not to be polite, lest we go knocking down doors and blowing in brains.
Oh, we shouldn't do that. Then people couldn't think anymore. They'd be not functioning, right?
Well, that's right, son.
permanently expired.
Oh. Maybe I'll figure out how to put a brain back together at some point.
Recommend that, son. It's a real dicey business.
Yep.
Mm.
Tend to not touch that magic if I can avoid it.
Yeah, biological stuff's way more complicated than machines.
Ain't that the truth, nerd? Ain't that the truth?
It doesn't work quite right. I can't figure out how to fix it.
Mm.
Ain't it just?
Not everything's gotta be fixed.
Oh, I don't agree with that, but that's okay. I'll learn how one day.
All right. Get your chip, and it's a pretty quick transit one on spaceship speeds.
Yeah.
For
So-
going out to Wheel.
Yeah. So Captain, we're gonna be fighting, or are we talking?
We're gonna be talking, but I reckon from the way she described him, he ain't gonna just go down because we say he should.
Okay. So I gotta ask Captain, because I can configure myself, but I can't really do that in the middle of a fight. So what do you want me doing in the fight if it happens?
I don't know, nerd. What are you comfortable with?
Oh, I can stab him, and I just literally make like my hand into like a horrible like Terminator 2 spike and just stab through like part of the hull and then immediately repair it.
That's one option.
Hey,
Like
that's
they
something.
don't function well when I do that, but like if we
That is fair, nerd. Organics do not function well when you do that, but
no, they spring leaks.
yeah.
That they do.
I reckon that would be
I don't have to do that.
okay.
I just got to pick beforehand.
Okay. Is there something you really want to do, nerd?
I can give him a hug.
Okay.
Maybe he'll come with us if I give him a big hug, and I don't let go.
Try, son, and see what happens. But if he gets in a shooting mind, then you either let go or you hug tight enough that he can't use his shooting hand.
Oh, okay. I don't think bullets
Yeah.
hurt me very much.
Well, bullets ain't agreeable to most sorts, son.
Mm.
Yep.
Oh, should I make sure that bullets won't hurt me easily then?
That's a good idea.
Okay. And I just like you see like my body ripple and shimmer, and like it's almost like there's like if you look, there's very small plates on it now.
It's a handy trick. No mistake.
So Nick, I'm gonna take extra armor if that's okay for the fight.
That sounds perfect.
The baby can't die.
Yep.
And stacking them, they count as stacked together.
Yes,
For
so
that
this,
purpose?
this is
Okay.
functionally just increasing your DR.
Yes, I have functionally given myself 18 DR.
Yep. It's a good number.
I'd like to make an area knowledge check and just give everybody the download information on what's going on in the general area. Where Wheel is located, any like mountains, any obvious cover, and hopefully that'll give us some insight.
Yep. Give me area knowledge, Izzy.
Awesome.
I'm also fine with you guys rolling skill checks and the like with real dice if you want to, but do like bigger die rolls in the chat is the big thing.
Gotcha.
Box
Pass
of
by
Doom.
7.
Pass by how much?
7.
Pass by 7. All right. So pass by 7 means it's not a crit, but still very good. So Wheel's one of the newer towns. It actually is at the base of a mountain. It's a little mining town. Mining actual metal, not, random star things that come down. Basically, start out a mining town. They're trying to build up the, metallurgy and industrial base, so they can stop pulling everything from asteroids and having it sent down because they don't have a true spaceport, so that's a little expensive or dangerous. Problem is, because it's so remote, it was easy pickings for criminals.
Right.
And since the planet doesn't actually... The planet has the largest population for this area, but that's like 100,000 people. They don't really have anything akin to standing army or any more than like local town police.
So do we? This is me asking. Do we know how many people they have? Like how many are in the gang?
No, that's actually one of the bigger problems. Is they don't know how big the gang is.
Ooh.
They know it's at least 100.
Ooh.
Well, do we have a thought on how close we'll want to touch down? Do they have any anti-air artillery or the like that would keep us from just landing the ship right at their door?
At little town like this, no. The bigger problem is there's not really a rope. Like, you could land it in the middle of the town square, but
That kind of would put us all out in the open.
A little bit.
Maybe land somewhere close to the mountains.
Ooh. So are we walking in, or do we have to hide?
Fair question.
I'm good at
I
hiding.
mean, I might be able to hide if put together a spell to hide if need be, but I don't think we're as a group the most stealthiest people, but I could be wrong.
Can't say that I'm really the quiet-like sort.
Ooh, I can be really quiet.
All right. And Nerd, you can be our secret ace up the sleeve.
Captain, I am not quiet well inside the ship. The ship is noisy.
Is that a
That
metaphor?
is.
Was that a metaphor?
Yeah.
Lord,
Oh,
good job, son.
I'm
You
learning.
did it.
Yay!
See, an ace is a real good. Well, you know what an ace is.
Well, it refers to a secret, special something that who you're facing ain't quite expecting.
Oh, like I was developed. Okay.
Something like that, more along the lines of, he gonna be, this Craw fella's gonna be expecting maybe the captain and myself and maybe even old Allie here, but he may not be expecting one such as yourself suddenly appearing and giving him that big old hug you were talking about previously.
Is it a surprise hug?
Yeah.
Son. When you on our signal, you just give him the biggest old surprise hug you ever done give, okay?
I can do that.
That's a good lad.
Yep. All right, so you guys just going in?
I'm
Sounds
going in
like-
on my horse. Yes.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna be prepping a spell as we move.
Yep.
Fair enough. You can ride on the back of Buttercup.
I will once again be the transportation for Bulla.
Very good, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I will turn into a little go-kart.
Appreciate it.
I'm now just imagining Bulla as Bowser in Mario Kart. Yep, but so it's
Sadly, we
obvious.
don't have Ganondorf.
Yeah, it's obvious enough as you're going in that, and you definitely were spotted flying in a spaceship and coming in like that. Somebody was out watching it, went running into town.
All right. Are we stopping outside of town?
No, I think we're just going into town.
Okay.
Unless someone thinks that's a terrible idea.
The only reason I ask is because like if you want me to like this is me out of character, want me to be stealthy, I probably shouldn't ride in as a go-kart.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
I mean,
Sure,
if I'm landing the ship in the middle of the town square, we're not.
No, I don't. I thought we weren't doing that. I thought we landed outside.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, we were landing in the mountainside, kind of.
We were
Was the
landing in
thought?
the like we're still going to be within view. I'm guessing that we have like a 10-minute walk, so they have time to prepare for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like we weren't landing in center of town.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh. Captain, you want me to go on ahead and see what I find?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going on a stealth mission.
Yep.
And you see my body ripple, and like the silveriness kind of changes. So while it's still silver, there's something kind of phasey about it. It's harder to like see me now. Just something about like the way that my surface looks. So Nick, I'm switching to stealth.
Yep. You're changing yourself over to stealth mode.
Or for silence, I'm taking silence too. Because
Okay.
I make like no noise as I move.
Statement: I was unaware Nerd could reconfigure in this manner.
I think, Kane, we all don't quite understand everything about Nerd, just like we all don't quite understand everything about each other.
All right, so I will go sneaking. Nick, can I go sneaking?
Sure. Give me a stealth roll.
Okay, I believe that is gonna. I get a +1 to this because I took this ability.
Mhm.
And let's see, my stealth is 12. So let's see what happens. And I hope this doesn't go badly. Okay. With the this is I guess that makes it 1 under because of stealth.
So that makes it. Oh yeah, that's one on. If you were rolling against 12, that makes it even.
Yeah. But it's 13 because of stealth.
Oh yeah, that's one under. So how stealth winds up working for this for Harvard is your roll determines how close you get safely.
Okay. All right,
So you're getting into town and noticing that most of the folks who don't look like criminals are going into their houses, like setting themselves up real well. One of the biggest is you get just far up when you notice, oh, there's little flying things in the air that look a lot like Kane's thing. I bet they could see me.
Can they see me?
Well, you are currently like under an awning around a building and noticing guy who looks like he's George Jones like, what do you mean a big group's coming? No one's dumb enough to mess with us. All right, fine. Let's go see what they're doing.
Okay. Question: do we have radios or anything?
Those of you who have regular status and did not get a lot of money are assumed to have things like radios and cell phones, which I believe is everyone except for Nerd and Kane.
I mean, I bought down my wealth, or did I actually not do that?
No, you bought it down, but you still have lived.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I was struggling wealth, but settled. So
Can I just configure the subsonic speech and talk to them?
They are far away.
Okay,
Subsonic speech is talking like at a register humans can't hear, but you're still talking.
Is there any equivalent of like radio voice? I don't know if that's a thing.
Yes, there is. Let me just see how many points that is.
Yeah, I do not know. I don't know if we talked about it in our original pitch. So
We did not. Let me find that. Like, I know there is one. Telecommunication radio. It's 10 points to turn yourself into a radio.
Oh, I'll just. What's that called?
Telecommunication radio. 10 points.
Communication radio. I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am going to. Can I turn to do radio mode and convey what I have just learned?
Yep.
Yeah. So your radio crackles and you hear my voice. Hey guys, they're coming.
Well, that makes some things easier. I
Do
guess
you
we
see
don't
how
have
many
to walk.
people? What are you seeing exactly, nerd? How many people are there? Do they have any robots or anything out? Anybody armed?
They got a bunch of drones flying around, and all the people look like they've got inside. How many do I count?
You count 6 humans going around.
Okay, so 6 humans walking around.
Yep.
Yeah, and it looks like there's 6 bad guys. At least I can see. I can't get too much closer. I think the drones will spot me.
Okay, you hurry back now.
Okay, and I'm gonna slip away.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Does anyone have any prep they would like to do before you guys enter town limits?
Like I have some a couple of buff spells I can cast, which I kind of have been doing some rolling towards because it's the thing of every like 4 seconds I collect energy
I should
for
be
a
able to,
spell.
if I configure to move faster, I should be able to beat them back, right?
Oh, yeah, easy.
Yeah, I go up to move 7 to make sure I get back in time.
Yep. So, Sean, one of the things is I'm going to double check concentrate, but I don't think you can go full speed while concentrating.
For the specifically for the concentrate maneuver, I have compartmentalized
Oh,
mind.
never mind. You are correct. You can, in fact, do that then. You just have to do it
Yeah,
at
so
normal
I can,
speed, not special
just
speed.
while going with the rest of the group to town, gather energy.
Yep.
I mean,
Yes,
you're
you
also
can.
riding on a horse, so
That is true. That is true.
Also, I make so many rolls for this casting system, dear God.
enjoy.
This has all been one spell.
Good, enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Captain.
boy.
Could I bring
Yes?
a backup body for additional weapons?
Uh, sure.
So it looks like a large go-kart. The mule body I have literally can just follow us around because I can remotely control it. So like you'll see me in a robot body walking, and this will just be like 3 feet behind me.
Excellent.
Yep.
Also, I'll say this: the robot body I have looks like a crash test dummy wearing a like Mexican poncho out of like an old ratty blanket.
Very good.
We are here for
How-
the bit.
Always.
What question do you have?
Sean, you had a question?
Yeah. How far out from combat are we at this moment?
Minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I will then cast 10-minute duration spells rather than than deciding I need to wait on them.
All right, so do you guys want me to sneak up on the guy, or are we like, is he even gonna be here? Do I see him, by the way, or is it just like his goons?
You definitely saw him. He was sort of standing in the middle of them arguing. Is like, no one's gonna be dumb enough. They probably want to join us.
Okay. I guess I'll stay in. Just stay in stealth configuration makes sense.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
I support you.
All right. In that case, we said that there's like a mule thing here, right?
That's
Mhm.
Izzy. Well, what
Right.
are Izzy's bots?
Izzy, that's one of your bots? Is like this mule thing.
It's basically a truck that has a back that you can throw things in.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend to be something on the truck.
Oh, that's a good one.
And I'm gonna take Nick. I'm gonna configure for silence 1, which gives me +2 stealth when motionless, and stretching, so I can hug him easier.
Okay.
I love this concept.
Yep.
It is fun being able to play with a very small pool of points.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's absolutely great.
Yeah. And I whisper as he goes, like, "Psst, get him near the mule. I'll give him a big hug."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I will go into hiding before the fight starts. I'll just look like a box.
Yep.
Also, Captain, here's a little bit of a boost as we get closer. You have +1 to speed and movement.
Oh,
Or
thank
you have
you.
+1 speed, which affects move and dodge.
Yep. All right. So, I think what we're going to do is get you guys into the map. You're entering from the north. Please drag yourselves and your tokens in.
North, I'm assuming, is top of map.
Yes. Just realize you probably cannot see his nameplate because
Nick, the HP values are wrong, and I can't edit them for some reason. And
okay, they should be set to the character sheet's HP values.
yeah, I can't edit the character sheet.
Okay, 1 minute. Why can you not edit the character sheet? It's in your journal. Oh, you need to add points next to HP. You can't edit the HP value. You have to add points, and it will increase or decrease the value based off what points you give.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Nope. I just gave it a -1, and it's still. Oh wait, I probably need to make a new.
Yeah, you need to edit. You need to edit the sheet and then drag the icon back out. Buttercup is just going to act on the captain's turn.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's how mounts go. Is basically, if you are mounted, what the mount does is, unless you give it a particular order, then what you're doing is riding it, and you use the mount's move rather than your move.
That is so good because my move is garbage
Your move is completely average.
and therefore garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta go fast.
Yep.
Hey, it's 1 higher.
How fast do you guys move?
It's not working, Nick.
All right, let me go. Okay, which one are you trying to fix, Izzy?
TechBot. I mean, don't worry about it. We can do this middle session. I can keep track on my sheet in the meantime.
So my speed is 5.5, so move 5.
I mean, I'm also move 5.
Oh,
I don't understand, but what 12 over 90 means.
Oh, 12 is your move per turn. 90 is your max move.
Okay.
This is in case you want to accelerate really fast. Izzy, I fixed it.
My move is also 5.
Yeah, I think that's just average.
That is average. So the big thing that matters for me for turn order is your basic speed. But at the beginning, see,
Yeah, 5.5.
5.5.
5.5.
5.5 for. I mean, you guys compare dex scores for who gets next.
Mine's 10, so I'm pretty sure it's yours.
Dex 9.
Ziggy, what's your dex?
Dex is also 9.
Oh, I'm actually higher dex than you. Okay.
Yep. So Afa gets 5.51.
Ash, what's yours?
I think 6.
So you have
is that
6 at
including the
base.
+1?
You have combat reflexes that boosts up by another one.
Oh,
Nerd, what is your basic speed?
I think it's 4.75 or a basic move 5.
Yeah, basic speed is what I need for this. This is your issue.
I guess 4.75.
Yep. And Izzy, what's yours? Izzy? I see he is muted. Well,
Oh, sorry. My speed is 5 and my dex is 9.
all right. So
Nick, I'm just going to assume my mule can go on the same tick as me because I have to give it commands. I'm probably just going to have it sit back.
Yes, your mule goes on the same tick as you and you give it commands.
Yeah.
So walking up, the guy in front, Jimmy, just told him, like, all right, welcome to, I think we're going to rename this Jimmy's Town. You here to join the Great Craw Gang?
No, we're actually here to take you in on the sheriff's order. So you're gonna come quietly, or are you gonna come screaming and kicking?
Oh, you do not know who you're messing with, sir. All right, boys, this will be fun. No one's fought back so far. Yeah, he's definitely gonna fight.
Well, duh.
Yup. But the captain does have the first turn. Because you were a faster draw than Jimmy, so surprising basically no one.
Yay! My honor is still on the line here, so that's good to know. If I wanted to shoot him with my gun, how do I do that?
So, this is where we're going to do a little bit of math, but it will quickly become easier. So, because you have Gunslinger, you take your skill with your gun and add your accuracy for the gun.
Okay. I'm a little bit confused on how to add them because of the fact that I did like a sweep thing instead of like the.
So you grab your cowboy skill, the modified value, and add the accuracy of your gun to that.
So that would be 7?
No, it should be much higher than that. Give me a second to pull open your sheet.
The modifier is 3, but I don't have like
it's based
value
off of Dex, so you have Dex plus 3.
Okay. So base Dex?
Yeah, your base Dex.
Okay, so that would be 15.
Yep, and then you add the accuracy of your gun.
Which would be 4, so 19.
19. And then in Roll20, there's the little, I think you guys can see this thing I'm drawing right now. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you are 10 away from him. There's a chart. If you look at the combat cheat sheet that I sent, you should see the range chart. 10 is a -4. So you then subtract 4 from 19. So 15 is your effective skill. You have to roll and get under 15 to hit him.
And I'm rolling 3d6.
Yep. Or 15 or under hits.
Cool. God damn it. I can't roll high. And now, we knew this was happening.
I think the captain like slightly choked and was like, "That's a warning shot," as it goes right above his head.
Clearly just for intimidation factors. I don't say anything, I just glare at him so that he knows that it was supposed to be an intimidation shot.
Yep.
I just kind of like quiver quietly, like, "Whoa, Captain's so cool."
All right. And so that was the captain's turn. So big thing for GURPS is turns are small. You get like, you will get a very small number of action like things. You either move, or you shoot, or you aim, or something else. Oh wait, one moment. I almost forgot his drones, which are at 5.52. So Jimmy, being the bastion of bravery and good sense that he is definitely not intimidated by having a shot fired right over his head. Is going to run up to this tree and take cover behind it. That's his turn. His little defense drones. You see a laser pointer come down, aiming at the captain. Wolfie.
So I am going to take my gun and aim it towards this dude up here.
Yep, there's a
And
dude
I'm
on the roof with a rifle.
Yep, because while he's up there on the roof, he doesn't look like he's that particularly well covered, and I'm going to start gathering energy for another spell with the compartmentalized.
Sounds good.
And it's going to be, I think, itch because that's doable in combat time.
I don't know if you spend enough FP, anything's doable in combat time.
These have such huge FP costs.
Yep. But next up is Bulla.
Alright, let's see. I'm gonna go. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta look up what the range of my throwing thing is. Oh, that's right. Okay. Let's see. From 10 yards. What's the unit of distance for each hex?
1. So you can just draw it out.
Oh, okay, cool. So good. Then I'm perfect right where I am. Then I am going to rip off a piece of myself, and I'm going to use my binding attack on it. So you all see me, literally rip off a piece of myself and throw it at Jimmy Craw. And upon doing so, it basically it basically like extends like a big snake and begins to wrap itself around Jimmy Craw. Like
All right.
think Majin Buu.
That's horrifying and kind of awesome. Thank you for the visual.
All right, Ziggy, roll
Like
the
a
hit.
hug, but different.
Yep. So you need to roll the hit, which is your nade attack -4 because of the. Actually, let me double check your range because he moved up. Nade attack -3 because of his range.
Nade attack. Shoot, how do I check what the rank of my
It's your nade attack skill.
nade attack skill? Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So, okay, let me roll 3d6 here. That is a pass by 3.
All right. So here's the one for GURPS combat. After that, Jimmy gets his dodge. Because
Yep.
he has no parry, but he can jump out of the way.
Fair enough.
Jimmy does pass his dodge, but now he has less dodge for any other action he tries to take until his next turn. So he barely manages to squirm out of the way of the goo.
All right. Yeah, it is an AoE, if that matters.
Oh, yes, actually, that means he does not squirm out of the way.
Yeah, it's a 2-yard AoE.
Oh, never mind. He's just right fucked then.
All right. Then that is it's binding level 9 and engulfing.
Okay, so his next turn is going to be trying to break free of that.
All right.
Great. All right, now it's
don't
time.
make the captain ask y'all again.
Ah, shit! They got the boss, and the mooks are going to do stuff. This guy's gonna step over. Does he have any chance of shooting the scary man who just got the boss? Well, he's gonna try. Nope. He fires wildly at Bulla and misses every shot. This other guy is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is running, and he's gonna dive behind this cover.
The barrel.
Yep, he is now prone on the ground. This guy's gonna run up and join the boss. The last two are gonna aim. Both aiming at Bulla, who has now proven himself to be the scariest person here.
Okay.
It's TechBot's turn. Easy. TechBot is going to run forward and plant his riot shield on the ground, which is what Izzy has sent me on text. So TechBot, also behind cover now. Cover is his riot shield. Nerd.
Yep. I don't know if I should still stay a box right now. I could try to go sneak up on them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna start slithering towards them quietly.
Sure. Give me a stealth roll.
Okay.
Again, this is mostly, you know that range table? This is how far away from them you will get caught.
Okay. Not very. That's a 5.
Oh boy.
No, 5 is
What's your
great.
effective skill?
5
what's your
is
skill?
really good.
That's 700.
Yay!
What's your skill roll, by the way?
12.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so not enough to be a crit.
Yeah, that's 7 under. That's fantastic. So what's half your move then, Wex, for moving while sneaking?
I guess 2.5.
Rounded down, you get that close.
Okay. Do I have to make a roll every time I move?
No, this is just the roll for when they notice you.
Okay. I guess I'll move quietly.
Yep. All right, Captain, your turn again.
Cool. So, does Jimmy Craw look like sufficiently tied up right now?
Not with one layer. Like, he's probably going to rip out of that, but it's going to take him some time.
I'm going to attempt to shoot him again.
Okay. And that pulled him out of cover, so roll to hit.
Cool. I can type numbers into bot. I can do that. Yay!
All right, this one is a hit. So now roll damage.
Cool. Okay, it was. This was. I loaded with knockback bullets. So what does it mean? How do I do that? Because I know what the standard damage for the gun is, but I don't know how to do the.
Okay. So let me go double check what those are to make sure I am saying the correct thing. There we go, warheads. Where be them? Burp. I know they're in here somewhere. I'm trying to find them. So you roll regular damage.
Okay.
It's crushing damage with their armor's 4 times as good, but they get knocked back twice as far as they normally would.
Cool.
So
I roll the normal damage, and so 4d plus 1, is that rolling 4d6, or is that?
That's 4d6 plus 1 damage.
Okay.
You got a big gun.
And PI
Done.
plus is armor piercing plus, or
No, PI plus is wounding mod, but it's replaced with crushing for this attack.
Oh, okay.
So you, because of the increased armor multiplier, you only do blunt force trauma to him.
Yay? Question mark.
You deal less damage, but he gets yeeted back 2 hexes. Like he tumbles over on his ass as he is struggling with being gooped.
Good.
Not the goop.
Not the goop. And
I've done my job here today.
yep. And yeah, you knocked him out of his cover on his ass and dealt a little bit of damage because he is wearing armor. He's not that much of a dumbass.
You never know with these types.
Yep. Jimmy is going to swear profusely. Ziggy, can you roll against Strength 9? He's trying to break free of the binding.
What do I roll for that?
You roll the strength of the binding.
That is level 9. So it's what, 3d6 I have to get below 9?
So this is all relative. So, like, if you fail by 2 and he only fails by, well, if you succeed by 1 and he succeeds by 2, he wins, and thus tears himself free. Is how that works.
Okay.
So, but it takes
I still roll 3d6.
Yep, you roll 3d6 versus 9.
Okay, gotcha. That's an 11, so fail by 2.
Yep. Okay, so he does tear himself free, but he spent his entire turn doing it.
Okay.
All right. Now the drones are going to be rude and shoot lasers at the captain.
So rude.
Incredibly rude. All right. So first we're going to roll drone number 1. How many lasers do I have? It can just fire a full blast of laser at you. Lasers are rude because they're incredibly accurate.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Mean.
So drone number 1 hits you with 5 shots. Can you give me a dodge? Which is at
I don't know how to do that.
So if you look at your sheet,
Yeah.
this is, I think, the first page of your sheet is where
Okay.
is he put
base
it?
stats.
Yep. So check base stats.
Under
Oh yeah. So check.
Okay.
Yep. Base stats. So you see, you're not encumbered. You have dodge 10,
Okay.
which is 11 because of Affy's buff.
Yes.
So you roll against 11. If you try and dive out of the way, you get +3, but then you're on the ground and the rest of your dodges are all worse.
Is that taking into account combat reflexes as well, or?
Yes, combat reflexes is already included in the sheet.
Cool.
Okay, so then I rolled 3d6, and I'm just trying to get under 11.
Yep. So that means you dodged 2 of the 4 hits that got you.
Yay.
And now I will roll a bunch of damage. So, lasers do burn damage. Can you give me what your DR is against burn? This is mostly just you reading your sheet.
DR 15? I assume BRN is burn.
Yes. Lasers ignore half of that, round down, so first hit will deal 2 damage to you.
Yay.
Second hit, your armor absorbs. Third hit does 3 damage.
Okay.
Fourth hit does 2 damage. So just hit those with your HP.
Yep.
And then the second drone is also going to shoot, because it is the roots. This is where I was saying, cover matters for combat. No, it rolled badly. It only lands 4 of its attacks.
Only 4, excellent.
Lasers are accurate. They hit you lots. So we need another dodge. This is at -1 because you've already dodged once this turn.
Okay.
That's
So
still a
That's
success.
10, so it meets it.
Yep, so you dodged 1 of the hits.
Cool.
2 damage from that hit.
Okay.
Armor absorbs the second. Armor absorbs the third.
Cool.
Where are you modifying your HP, Ash?
I'm attempting to do it. There we go.
There you go. Yep, so Captain got hit pretty hard, all things told. However, one thing that happened is none of these were sufficient to trigger any bad rolls. You just got hit pretty hard. It's if you lose more than half your health to 1 hit, you have to make a roll to avoid being stunned.
Ah.
But you didn't. And also, you have high pain thresholds. So you have no penalties for what you do next. But
Yay! I can
next up is
continue to
Affy's.
be an idiot.
Yep. Next up is Affy's turn.
What's the range penalty for 9? Oh, 8.
He's up in the air, so it'd be like +3. So it'd be -4 for 10 yards because he's on a roof.
Okay, so with the accuracy from aiming, that's net -1, so rolling against 13.
Yep.
So that's a success by 1.
Yep. He's gonna try to dodge. He's gonna fail to dodge.
Okay, so this is 6 plus 1, PI plus plus.
Nice. So, he has DR 12. That means 4 gets through, and PI plus plus increases that to 8 because it is a ×2 wounding multiplier.
Okay.
He takes a major wound and is stunned, so he's going to lose his next turn.
I'm also going to change my concentrating for gathering the spell from doing like an itch spell to a heal spell, which I probably should have just predicted someone was going to get injured and started focusing on that to start, but oh well.
Yeah. Oh well. Next up is
Learning.
Bullock. Yep, learning. This is why I was like, we're going to have a combat tutorial. It's going to take most of the session, but people will remember how things work. All right, what is Bullock going to do?
All right. So let's see. Bullet is going to see the captain is. Let's see. Well, Sean, you wanted to heal, correct? Yeah.
I'll be able to heal like next turn, maybe. If you want to heal now, you can heal now.
Okay. Then Bullet is going to rip off a piece of himself, a fairly sizable chunk. He's going to basically be like, "Here, Captain, you all snack on this," and he's going to hand you like a big bladder-looking thing that expels some like greenish mist, and Captain suddenly heals a lot better. Go ahead and heal for let's say 8 HP.
Yay!
Yep.
And Bull is going to move over here now.
Did you set it?
Oh,
did you
there's
take
nothing
damage?
like your home cooking.
Did you take damage to do that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you can heal faster with damage. I can heal slower without taking damage.
Correct.
Also, reminder, I posted in one of the chats, everyone does have a paper charm that you can just destroy to get healing, if need.
What type of action would that maneuver would that count as? Is that for like breaking the charm?
That's a free action on your turn.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So Bull is getting behind cover on this house.
Yep.
Great. So that is just going to be wall cover, which is +8 DR.
Great.
All right. It's a random guy's time. Guy on the roof recovers from his stun, but he loses his turn. Guy who took a dive stands up. That's his turn.
Right.
These two guys try and shoot at Bulla, who's who they were aiming at. They are 13 away. That's a hefty penalty. Let's see here. 13 is a -5. Nope.
All right.
And, all right. One of them hit for not enough to penetrate the cover from the wood, let alone whatever armor you have.
Cool.
And there's the last guy who is now. Well, this last guy is a bit confused. What he is going to do is drag Jimmy closer to cover. Techbot. Do we have an easy, or is he work?
He might be working since he's muted.
Doop 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 doop. Ah, yes. He is attempting to draw his gun. I just need to go find something.
No, good.
It's under fast draw, not quick draw.
Kane, you need to walk into a shootout with that out of the holster.
Mm-hmm. All right, yep. Kane fails quick draw, so just does nothing besides fumble with his weapon on his turn. Nerd!
Sneak.
All right. You are still hidden as you get up to here.
Okay. That's all I can do right now.
Yep. Captain?
I suppose I should probably find cover, though it is boring.
You can shoot first and then move.
So move and attack actually. Well, move and attack means you have a -2 penalty to your attack, or the bulk of your gun, whichever's worse. Which means the captain is the only one who can plausibly pull it off. You can, in fact, shoot and then go to cover.
I have to. I legally have to now that you told me that it's an option.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to still shoot Jimmy. Is he behind cover at this point?
No.
Cool.
He will be on his turn, but he's not right now because you shot him out of cover last turn.
Excellent. So it's a -2 to what I would normally roll, which would make it a 13, and I've been forgetting that I have weapon bond, which means that if I'm using my preferred pistol, I get a +1. So it's 14, which is I am trying to make. Is that how math works?
That is how
Cool.
math works.
I love this.
Yep. Jimmy is still on the ground and thus not really capable of dodging. Are you shooting him with a real bullet or another knockback bullet?
I loaded my gun mostly with knockback bullets and EMPs. I don't think
roll damage
at this point.
Roll damage to see where Jimmy goes this time.
I'm trying to sneak
The
up
loon
on
is
him.
nonsense on day one.
Captain, I'm trying to sneak up on him. Stop
I
knocking him
will be so
away.
distracted.
14. All right, so Jimmy's blasted over here, and he takes 2 more damage.
Okay, so my horse can move me 12 tiles? Is that how I understand this?
Yes.
Sweet.
Where do you want to wind up behind cover?
Wait. Is it funny or actively if I move here?
To take the other side of the tree against them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Can I do that?
Yes.
Yay! Thank you. Wait, no, the horse hat. Yay!
Yep.
Thank you, Nick.
Yep. All right. Jimmy stands up. That's his turn. He is swearing profusely right now. All right. The drone that is further away from you is going to move to get a better angle. The one that is right above you is shooting straight down at you.
Oh no, the predictable outcomes of my actions.
However, it didn't aim before doing this, so it only hits with 2 attacks.
Oh, excellent, thank you.
Roll dodge. You're back up to full dodge.
Okay, I'm always rolling 3d6, unless things are weird.
You're rolling 3d6 unless damage happens.
Yes?
Yep, that dodge is one of the hits.
Yay!
3 damage gets through armor.
Cool.
Yes, the visual outcome of your action. I'm gonna go to melee with it. Oh no!
Oh no!
Alright. It's Affy's turn.
So let's see. What are is this cover?
Yes, that is cover. That counts as barrel cover.
Okay. I think I'm going to move here while still charging a healing spell,
Sounds good.
just so I'm closer while having cover, and I'll fire off the healing spell next turn.
Yep.
Probably.
Bulla.
Okay, let's see. Oh, how do you Oh, okay, there's the stop.
Yeah, you can hit that guy.
Yeah.
The one on the roof is a bit out of range.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah.
Because it's a roof, it has, up.
Sure. Okay, then I'm going to tear off another piece of myself and lob it over to this guy. This is also an AoE within 2 yards.
Yep, roll to hit.
That is. So that's a pass by 7.
All right, that guy's ensnared.
No. This is the toxic one.
Oh, roll damage then.
Yeah.
There is an explosion of toxic goo.
It is resistible at -5.
Nope. No, he did not resist that.
Okay, then basically, until he dies, he's going to take 5d6 damage, the first of which is 13 damage. This is toxic explosive, and it's sickly.
So his DR does protect him slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly. If you notice what happened to his health.
Yep. And he'll take that again next turn.
And he's very stunned.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, that solved that problem pretty well for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up is these guys' turn. The guy on the roof is gonna try and take a pot shot at Affy in revenge. He might hit.
Sure.
Nope. No, he does not. The guy on the opposite side of the tree from Captain West, on the other hand, is gonna step around, cover, and shoot at him. That is a hit.
Yeah, I should be.
All right, Captain, roll dodge.
Okay.
This is very much the practical consequences of your actions.
It was funny.
Oh boy.
All right. Now, luckily for you, he does not have armor piercing. So let's see, does he do any damage? No, so your armor catches the bullet, but you take 1 damage from blunt trauma.
I'm glad in this game we all invested. A lot of us invested in some good armor.
Yep.
I don't think me and Wax did.
I did. What are you talking about?
You don't have armor, you just have DR for your person.
You bought armor.
Which is the same thing.
It's the same thing.
I'm trying to
I am armor.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. So it's DR5. Okay.
Yeah, you bought some. All right. These other two are going to... They obviously aim at Bulla again because they are terrified of him.
Yeah, all right.
You just melted one of their friends, man. Okay, and it's Izzy's turn. Tuckbot, what you doing?
I am just as the cosmos made me, sir.
Okay, I apologize for being away. How many rounds did I miss?
0 since your last one. You quick drew your gun. It is now your turn again.
Okay, so I planted the shield just in time for everybody else to move over here.
Yeah.
Yep. Great. Okay. Do I have easy line of sight on this guy who I'm assuming green dot or blue dot is because he is on the roof, or is he
Correct.
hiding behind cover?
He is on the roof, so you do not have line of sight on the guy on the roof.
Do I have line of sight on Jimmy Craw?
Yes.
Okay.
Jimmy has just been getting ragdolled the entire fight.
What's
As
9
you
meters?
should be.
What's 9 meters give me?
I should just copy. I get a copy of this and stick it as an image in the map. 1 second.
Yeah.
That is the easy way to handle this problem, and it will be a solution for the future.
Actually, wait a minute. If I haven't done anything, I think my action is take aim at him while hovering behind the shield. I'm pointing my small little holdout pistol, which kind of like popped out from behind my poncho. That's like positioned like up on my shoulder, and it's like angling towards him. Aiming is the answer. Aiming is my turn.
Yep.
Unless this penalty is like ridiculously a lot.
-3.
Yeah, I will take the aim action at him.
All right. I am now just going to drag a range table and put it in the top right of this map because that will help everyone.
Save it as a public doc for everybody so we can reference it.
I'm also just going to put it on the map.
Yeah.
Did everyone read it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta convert to meters. Fuck.
It's 1-to-1.
Yards to meters. I think I just accidentally put meters rather than yards because I usually think in meters over yards.
I
mean, fair.
I don't think there is an option for yards, but it's close enough.
Yeah, it's close enough.
We've determined in the past. So 9 is...
All right. Nerd. Are you going to... That was sort of an interesting question. You could charge someone now.
Well, I was told to go get Jimmy,
Hmm.
but everyone's shooting Jimmy, so I don't know what to do anymore. Because the captain is not doing the thing the captain told me to do.
I am taking him just in the wrong direction. I'm sorry.
So Nerd's confused.
Yep.
I think. So is that drone in melee with the captain?
That drone is flying in the air.
Okay,
Above the
how high up?
captain.
How high up is it?
Like 20 feet.
What is that in terms of range?
You need a ranged weapon for that.
What about stretching?
You need stretching 4 for that.
Okay. Are they close to the roof at all?
Yeah, they're hovering above the roof, but the roof is pretty close to it.
Can I just crawl up the roof?
Do you have clinging currently?
I always have clinging.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Your turns get up on the roof then. Probably breaking stealth, but you were up on the roof.
Can I attack as well, or just move?
Move and attack with melee has pretty bad penalties.
Okay.
You are rolling at -4 or a max of 9.
So I
Unless
shouldn't do it?
there are ways to buy it off, but it's expensive.
Okay. So
I mean,
should I not?
Actually, you're against guns. The main penalty does not exist unless you crit fail.
Okay. I kind of want to attack the drone.
Yeah, roll it.
Okay.
You're
Live your
rolling
best
against
life.
the max of 9 here.
I can only roll in. So how does this work? I'm confused.
Roll 3d6. You're rolling against either your skill -4 or 9, whichever is worse.
Okay. That is the wrong dice. I apologize.
So that is 3d8.
Okay.
That would be a miss.
Yep.
But you are now
Yes,
on the
sir.
roof, and thus I will give you your blue dot to signify you're on the roof.
Mhm. Yeah. Captain, you kept blasting him, so I'm gonna try to take this drone that's hurting you. Is that okay?
Oh shoot! Sorry, nerd. I completely forgot.
Okay.
No plan survives contact with the enemy. Cat West.
He was behind cover, and I was taking out cover.
Yep.
Okay, so how to make sure I'm reading this chart right? I understand speed and range of with the numbers. How does size correlate with this?
So the size part is like how tall. Like size mod 0 is this also tells you like if something is X feet tall, what modifier do I get to hit it? Drones are also tiny. They have a size mod penalty to you hitting them, but that was irrelevant for Nerd's attack.
Yes. So, for example, I'm size -1, which means I can't be more than, let's see, 1.5 yards tall, which is like
4.5 feet.
Yeah, I'm child-sized.
And it's harder to shoot a child.
Yep. Because they little. So if you wanted to shoot the drone, you would have a -3 penalty, even though you're point blank range, just because
It's a
tiny.
really small target.
It's small.
However, you're shooting a drone with the guy in front of you, either of those are good ideas, depending on whether or not
I think
Nerd gets
I
the
think
drone.
it's objectively funnier to shoot the guy in front of me who just came out of the cover to shoot me.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So what modifier is it to hit him?
0. He's right next to you.
Okay, I want to make sure I'm interpreting the chart correctly.
Yep. So
Hey,
measure is less than 2 yards, so 0 speed range penalty. Oh, that's a
rolling
crit.
low. That's
We have got-
also above 10, or is that just automatically a crit?
So that is a crit because your skill is a 16 or above, and that's a 6.
Okay.
So roll 3d6 for what your crit effect is.
3d6.
Captain.
That's an 11.
11 is basic crit, target cannot defend. Roll straight damage.
Cool. This is also a bad time to mention the fact that I continue to have still more knockout bullets in this guy.
I mean,
I made decisions.
Using yeet bullets is legit.
It was a decision.
For
It was
instance,
a
You know,
decision.
I probably should put the itch spell on some of your yeet bullets later.
Yeah, you should. I lost that bullet very early. The itch spell was the first bullet I fired when I was making up the rotation.
So you get real
wait.
damage on him because his armor is worse than Jimmy's.
Yay!
And also this happens.
Yay! I'm living my best life out here.
Yep. Jimmy's like, God damn it, you son of a... He's shooting at the captain. Jimmy's just unloading on you.
As he should.
There's cover.
There is cover. He hits with one of his attacks because his RCL is bad.
Cool. So I should still roll dodge for this, correct?
Yes.
Well, that's terrible.
Well, luckily there is no crit failure in dodge outside of it fails.
Yay!
So he actually is firing the same rounds you normally have, which means you're damn happy that you have tree cover because he shot the tree.
Yay!
He rolled 18 damage, all of which goes into the tree.
Yay!
And knocks 2 health off of the tree's cover. It now is only worth 23 DR.
Oh, the tree is good.
The tree is very good. The faraway drone is continuing to aim at the captain who is hurting his master. The drone above your head is continuing to shoot straight down. Oh, that's a terrible roll. It only hits with 1 attack.
Excellent. And I roll dodge.
And you roll dodge.
Cool.
Yeah, you can roll dodge.
Yep.
Yay.
And you dodge the laser.
Yay!
Affy?
Okay, gather energy roll. That gathers, let's see, I was at effective. That gathers a point of energy, so I guess I'm going to spend some of my own energy rather than ambient, because I'm still going to cast this Ebola.
Yep.
That I am rolling, I am lucking, because this is a spell I'm only at skill 14 at.
Yep.
So
Well, you're gonna pass now.
I'm gonna pass now. Too much was spent on that.
Well, what is it?
I healed you for 2 HP because I rolled a 1.
I see.
I don't suppose I can re-roll that. The re-rolling the casting allows me to re-roll the d6 with luck too.
No, it does not. That does
Well, I'm
reload
glad-
Bola.
Yeah, it
That does
does
partially-
heal 3 for 2.
Yeah. Two is 2 more shots for you.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, Bola, starting your turn. See how much the poor melting man melts this turn.
Yeah. That's 22 damage.
Yeah, he's unconscious.
Unconscious.
He's gonna be dead next turn. He hasn't quite hit enough damage to die yet.
I see. All right then. Well, I'm going to move up a little bit.
Oh
Let's
wait,
see, where is it?
no, sorry, my math's wrong. He's dead.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna move up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to here. And then how far am I away from folks? Oh, you're just in range.
Yep. So movement attack gives you a -2 to your accuracy.
Gotcha. So that means I'm at 12 now, right?
So 12 base and 10 yards away is a -4.
Okay. So 10. All right. All right. Then I'll give it a shot. It is an AOE, so I don't know if that affects the roll at all, but
What it does is you roll scatter if you miss.
gotcha. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. That is a pass by 3.
That is on target. So this guy, is he getting netted or melted?
Melted. The only person we were told to bring in was Jimmy Craw. These other guys are chaff.
All right.
This is all bioconvertible dinner.
That is slightly concerning.
Don't worry, there's none of it's human by the time I'm done with it.
Still concerning.
It's okay. He's just disassembling it to reassemble it later. I get that.
Exactly. It's all proteins. 10 toxic damage.
All right. Let's see if this guy's stunned. Yep. Yeah, no, he's having a bad time. He is having a bad time.
I don't know if anyone expected to get biologically melted today.
No one expects biological melting day.
God damn it!
Observation. This town has seen new levels of horror.
What? It's just
I'm
dinner.
also noticing that, you spend HP each time you do this.
I spend HP. No, okay. Full disclosure, I spend HP to do basically everything.
Yeah. I should just always prep healing spells.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, actually,
Also,
Ziggy,
why are
Sean healed
healing
you
spells on you more expensive than everyone
Sean
else
healed you
in the
for
party?
4, not 2, because your HP is about 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, any healing is twice effective against Ziggy.
Oh, cool.
Okay, that helps make up for the fact that healing Ziggy is more expensive than healing anyone else in the party.
Speaking of needing to heal Ziggy, boy are people terrified of Boa.
There are 2 different combats going on here over here. The Looney Tune nonsense on the left, and the horror is on the right.
All right, the guy on the roof
I don't know what y'all say. It's just dinner.
All right, the guy on the right is going to connect. Give me a dodge.
Oh boy.
I also
Okay.
like how the perspectives in the party also like I do not see this as horror. This makes sense what Bulla is saying.
Yep.
Where the heck is my dodge?
Like you're speaking my language, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
God dang it! Where the heck is dodge on here?
Is this Izzy's sheet?
Yes, I see parry, block.
It's the first page on the lower right, or the general info on the lower right.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
This level.
Okay. Let's see. My current encumbrance level is what?
Probably not.
So my dodge is 8 then. So
Yep.
3d6. Oh, that's a big fail.
That is a big fail.
Yeah, it's a fail by 6.
All right. So you have 9 piercing damage coming in.
Okay, so I have 5 DT.
Yep. So 4 damage gets through and hits you.
Gotcha. Okay.
And because it's just regular piercing, it is straight to HP in 1-to-1.
Sure. All right.
All right. The new guy getting melted is stunned, so he can't do anything. This guy was aiming at the captain, shooting the captain, but he is reconsidering whether or not this is a good idea. He is missing the captain as his friend screams. And the last guy stands up and goes, Boss, I think we might be fucked. TechBot.
That's silly. There's no intercourse happening right now.
Statement is accurate. There is no intercourse on the premise.
Of course not. Spoils the meat.
So Nick, I just
Amazing.
I aimed at Jimmy Craw over here, so I'm going to take a shot at him. My shoulder gun is just kind of like aim at him and beep pew, full rate. And unlike normal blaster fire, this just kind of looks like a cone of really bright light that just kind of flashes in his general direction for a hot second. I never break cover; it goes through my shield.
Yep. Roll the hit, Izzy.
Rolling to hit. Let's use these black dice. Ooh, that's nice. That's a 6.
How did you hit
That
by?
is definitely a pass. And
Was your effective skill 16 or above?
no, absolutely not. I can't get that high on chips. My effective skill. Let's see.
No, that's counting your aim. This is effective skill, not base skill.
Oh, well, let's see. My beam weapons is 13 plus the pistol accuracy, which is 3, minus 2, because it's a projector, not a laser pistol.
So, nope, you did not get a crit. You just got a very good hit.
I do not get a crit, and then it's the range build, but it doesn't matter. I hit anyway. I would have declared rate of fire, but I forgot to say full rate of fire because I would have always used full rate of fire.
That can be assumed for lasers.
Okay. Full rate of fire. So that is a pass. Let's see. Minus 2, range is 3, so that's minus 5. 5 on effective skill. 15, so it's a 10. So that is a pass by 4. And the bulk of my gun is...
The RCL on lasers is 1, so pass by 4. What's the HT check normally?
Minus 10.
Okay. So Jimmy auto fails. He is now rolling on the ground covering his eyes because he has been blinded.
Captain, Jimmy Craw is no longer a threat with pistols. I have disconnected...
Acknowledged, Kane.
Acknowledging your acknowledgement, Captain. Repositioning. And
all right.
I don't know if you just hear some servos inside of me whirring a little bit.
All right, nerd. It is your turn to smack the drone again.
I'm beginning to think I'm the least effective combat character.
The problem is you spent several turns sneaking rather than charging towards melee.
I also can't deal. I can't deal with robots very well.
I almost died because I didn't think to take cover.
I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna try to smash the robot, right?
Yep.
Robot
So
on robot violence.
you're rolling at -3 from its size. What is your
Okay.
brawling skill?
12.
So this is one that might be relevant. You might want to all-out attack for +4 to hit. It means you get no defense, but they're also not shooting at you.
That's fine. I will all out attack. I'm not worried about getting hit.
Also, Nick, can't he spend an FP to get an additional +2?
I don't have FP.
Yeah, he's a machine. He doesn't have FP.
Do my robots not have FP? Do my bots not have FP?
No, they're machines. They cannot spend FP to get to like overcharge their muscles with adrenaline. All right, so you are net rolling against a 13, Wex. Do you hit?
All right. Let's find out. Yes.
Yep. The drone does not dodge. Roll some damage.
Okay, let's see. What is my damage? This is my first time doing this. I guess I am doing thrust damage. Is that how this is?
So thrust is normally a punch or a jab. If you're using some kind of weapon, or you've
I'm not.
converted yourself into a weapon, you're swinging it overhead. That would be your
All
swing.
right, I'm going to go take a look at your sheet, Wex. Give me a sec.
What's
I think it's just I think it's just 1d +2 crushing according to this.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, unless you have your spiky hand, then it's impaling instead.
I do not. We had a plan.
That's true. Yep, you're doing 1d +2 crushing. And Wex, here's the thing. You definitely have the lowest damage output of the party, but the flip side is you are far and away the tankiest character.
I do 3 damage. Bop.
So that knocks the drone down to 0 health.
Oh.
Huzzah.
The drones, I'm pretty sure, are hard to hit, but not actually an issue once you hit them.
Yes.
Most of my bodies have a -9 to hit, but they have 1 HP.
Okay, so and that drone falls to the ground and is done.
Oh damn!
Am I allowed to move or am I is that it?
You can have jumped off the wall to smack it and fall down to the ground. But
Yeah, I'll fall
all out
down.
attack is charge and attack, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I'll jump down with it.
Request,
Dead drone.
nerd, please recover drone for repairs in future.
Can I? Mm.
That is a very dead drone. That thing was not armored. He basically stuck a laser pistol on a plastic drone.
Request rescinded.
That was nerd. Now it's the captain's turn.
Can I? What? Feel free to tell me no. But you mentioned that Jimmy Craw is blinded on the ground, kind of writhing. What is to prevent me from taking my horsey, riding over there, and scooping him up?
No, you'd have to make a strength check to keep a hold of him. That's it.
Yeah, okay, I'll try that.
Yep.
It's time. I'm gonna move my horsey and myself over.
Yep.
Because if this fails,
Bring
Oh, no.
me!
Uh,
Bring me!
you have to jump on the horse.
I don't know if I'm allowed to do that.
You are
You're
very...
allowed to jump on, like,
No, you specifically
I don't
gave us
know.
instructions last session not to touch your horse.
Yeah, I told you not to mess with my horse.
No,
Very
I mean,
different.
I don't know if mechanically I'm allowed to do that.
Yes, you would have been. It probably would give Buttercup a penalty, but this is 4 yards away, so it does not matter. You could be also with them on the horse.
Yeah. Because I want to bind Jimmy up with me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. With Nerd helping you on Nerd's next turn, this is going to be trivial. So you scoop...
Oh!
Yep.
Yes.
So you scoop Jimmy up right now. He's going to try and fight on his turn. Roll terribly. Honestly, you're going to get shot at a couple more times and then run away, and this fight is over, because his guys are, one more of them is melting.
Cool. I have enough movement to also ride back to where I originally was. Can I also do that during my turn, or does the skill check
No.
interrupt movement?
The skill
Okay.
check interrupts movement.
Cool.
You can only do things like that with all-out attack maneuvers.
Oh,
Which
okay.
mean you get no defenses after you do that.
I don't want to do that.
You really don't, unless you
Yep.
get stupid DR.
So
Oh,
Nerd can get away with doing all-out attacks for shenanigans.
Yeah,
That's very fair.
I'm not terribly afraid of being hit.
can I break my paper charm just to heal up before I'm about to get
Let me
damage?
heal you. If you don't need it, let me just heal you regularly. That way I don't need to make a new one later.
Okay, that's fair. I won't do
Yep.
that then. That's my turn, baby.
You'll retreat. Just to show off the difference between what just happened, one of them is going to take a shot at the captain. Nerd, do you want to take the hit for the captain?
Yeah,
Great.
of course.
So you would roll dodge to get in the way. We're going to say you pass just to show the difference in durability between various things.
Okay.
So, Nerd is going to get shot for 14 piercing damage. Which is going to do exact one blunt trauma to you and nothing else.
Wow.
I take
I
one.
love this child.
Wow.
Listen, Wex, you put all of your points into being the tankiest party member for combat.
I'm a blob.
That is impressive.
Wex, how much DR do you have? Because that would also
Apparently
not-
13.
No, it's not just DR. I'm amorphous.
Yeah.
I don't have vulnerabilities, and I
If he's
don't.
amorphous, does he still take the one blunt trauma, Nick?
Yes, crushing damage still hits, but here's the thing. If he had 0 DR against that, all the rest of you take 14 damage, he would take 3.
Wow.
I just because of my nature, I just resist certain damages pretty heavily.
Yeah, like I am when you were discussing that, I'm just like, okay, I bought really good armor and I think might have one of the better bought armors, but like that doesn't protect me if I get shot in the face
Yep.
or anything like that.
Yeah, I have injury tolerance homogenous. I don't.
Yep.
That's a great thing to have.
Yeah,
Nick, correct me if I'm wrong though. If I was shot with that same damage, I take nothing because my body has hard DR.
Yep.
Yeah, so I could get shot for that same amount. It would just like ping off my head, like leave a little.
All of you people putting your points into survivability, I put all my points into gun exclamation point.
This was not points. This was money. I requisitioned this body from you, and you almost didn't tell me to use it.
Yes. Have an opinion next time.
No,
I thought the B would have been cooler.
okay. Nick, if we're going to leave the town, or are we still in combat time, Nick?
You guys are retreating. There's 2 people left and 1 drone left up the enemy side.
Okay. If I may just elaborate a little bit, when I get back to the mule, my tech body's just going to kind of fold in half, and I'm going to drop into a robot bug, which is a mechanical tumbleweed, just so I can spin out in front of the captain, and music will start playing out of this tumbleweed like an old western, like
You have never seen the captain more pleased with himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, on very specifically your little arm pad you said you had, you're going to see 2 emojis pop up because I'm not allowed to say words to you.
That's not what I said.
Everyone will get healed on the way back.
And you can even heal like us like artificial creatures.
Yes.
Sweet.
I can heal you as long as it's not things like if it's HP, not hey, this is broken and needs mechanical expertise, I can heal you.
None of you got hit hard enough to need that.
Yeah.
Also, Nick, I was wrong. This body actually has 14 HP. I forgot it had a modifier on it.
Yep. So fix it.
Yeah. If it lets me edit it.
Yep. So you guys can easily drag Jimmy back. He is bawling and swearing, and you probably need to gag him because he's being very rude.
I just cover his mouth.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
I can create an area effect of destroying silence around him so no noise escapes him.
I mean, so long as you can do that, Affy, and then drop it when we get to the good sheriff's office.
Yeah, shouldn't be an issue.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Captain. I didn't sneak up on him in time.
You don't have anything to apologize for, nerd. I may have gotten a little too into it, making sure that everybody else could get shots at him before he could get into cover.
Oh, so I did good?
Yeah, you did great, buddy.
Statement.
Yay!
Chief Engineer Nerd is credit to team.
That was some fine wrangling.
Everybody did a great job. Let's go back to the ship, have a couple drinks, and get this fellow back where he belongs.
Yeah. Oh, Bulla, I am upset. You did not reconstitute the protein.
Oh. Oh, don't you worry. That'll be for later. He says, just holding up a jug of slurry.
We are such a weird
We are the weirdest group of people you will ever meet.
Yes, sir. I'm thinking chicken cordon bleu tonight.
I would like to roll. I just rolled a 17, Nick. What is the most appropriate dish for this culture? That way we can share it with the sheriff.
Wait, you rolled a 17.
Yes, I rolled a 17.
Oh boy.
I can't
Sushi.
make it, but I can tell.
Sushi is the most appropriate dish, Izzy, for a 17. Also,
Head Chef Bulla, I do believe if we wish to share a meal with the sheriff, as is customary after a successful bounty, the appropriate dish for this planet designation. Where the fuck is the designation on this planet? Designation Ablorn's Hope is sushi.
Sushi?
Sushi.
You guys roleplay for a bit. I need to hit the bathroom. I will be right back.
That's a mite odd, seeing as how this is a planet not suited to aquatic climes. I mean, don't get me wrong,
I
I'm
see
sure.
what Kane's saying. Give her something that you might not get.
Well,
Can you make sushi?
oh, I reckon I can make sushi just fine. Tell you what, how about a nice fish smorgasbord? How about that sound? I'll get you some nice sushi, and I'll also you know what? Instead of chicken cordon bleu, I'm going to make this into some nice catfish. Fry that up real good like.
Statement. The catfish would not be for myself, but rather for all law enforcement that we wish to collaborate with.
Well, all the more reason to give them options then. You never know who's going to have a mighty peckish palate.
Acknowledged.
I'd recommend, if you're doing that, not telling them the source.
Why? It's just simple protein breakdown and reassembling.
Okay, you can try and sell them on that. That's your call.
It's practical.
Well, you know, I'm going to have to eat it first, give it a bit of the old internal churn. But it'll come out right as Wayne, just you watch.
You do what I do, just with biological matter. That's fascinating.
Yeah, son, that's right. I am a wonder of biology, I am.
I love it.
I, in fact, took universal digestion for this exact reason.
I also have universal digestion.
Well, look at that.
I don't have a stomach.
Friend.
That is a great statement to walk back in on.
You know,
Because I decided I need to eat. I just can eat anything.
Oh, well, then there you go.
Nick, why can't I move the ship?
I don't think I can taste anything, which makes me sad.
Oh, 1 minute. Let me fix that.
you know, there are some meals I might end up skipping out on.
There we
Why's
go.
that?
You should be able to move the ship now.
Not that hungry.
Oh, well, that's a shame. You just let me know whenever you're feeling peckish. I'll whip you something up real quick like.
I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to try it. Sounds good.
Well, then I'll whip you up a nice big batch, son.
Yeah, I can repurpose those to repair myself,
Well,
which is what's really happening. I'm really just made up nanobots, and I just use it to recreate more of myself. I have to have raw materials.
I'll be happy to provide some. That's really, that's all eating is.
Exactly. I learned that I learned that before I even met you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I had a good teacher.
All right. So you guys bring Jimmy back to Sheriff Farrow.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, faster than I thought. Very good job.
Tip my little hat. I tip my
Oh,
little cowboy hat.
much pleasure. I think there's going to be a lot of work for you out here, Captain West. Now then,
Happy to
Jimmy.
hear it.
And Jimmy is sort of kind of panicked, trying to flee into a corner as she obviously starts channeling a spell. Why don't
I'm going
you
I'm going to
horrifically
horrifically pull him back, horror movie style.
It's like, now then, Jimmy, let's see where exactly it is your aunt is. So she's going to be casting a spell for a bit and then staring at him as Jimmy panics.
Now, Jimmy, don't you make me make seconds.
Threatening order.
It is. That's
It
horrifically
is.
threatening.
Zig can intimidate.
Oh boy,
He watched his crew melt.
I don't have any points to intimidate. I really should.
You get a +5, so
+5. All right. Well, let's see. Well,
Let me go check what the
it's -4 normally, right?
yeah. So you're net +1 off, I think, IQ. Oh, no, off will. So will +1.
Will +1. Okay. So what is my will? So 11. Okay. Hey, pass by 1. There you go.
Yeah. That Jimmy's gonna calm down a little bit after that.
That's good, lad. Well, Sheriff is all yours.
Thank you kindly. Head out to Officer Ryan up front for your reward. You'll take it and that he'll handle things. Thank you again. We'll be in touch. And
You should have some sushi.
That's right. We're gonna have fish.
What is sushi?
It's raw fish.
It is a delicacy on the planet Ablon's Hope, as indicated by the chip recently procured from the corner AI store.
All right, I'm gonna have to update that AI and make sure it's not scamming people. And we'll delete it and add a new one.
If Kane had a jaw in the body he was in, it would just drop. We'll immediately turn to Captain West and say, request. Or I'm shit. Hold on a minute. I need to think of what emojis pop up on the captain's thing. Little prayer hands X skull.
Okay, how many times do I have to tell you your crew?
Question mark. Prayer hands. Smiley face? Question mark.
We're not. You don't go replacing crew. Crew ain't crooks. 2 different worlds.
You just get the emoji with like happy crying tears, and then halfway through the emoji popping up on the screen, the little green image of Kane walks onto the screen and like puts a cowboy hat on the emoji and then walks off.
Face genuinely lights up as I see that tiny little animation.
Yeah.
If it's all the same to you, Sheriff, we'll be heading out. But I reckon if you have any free time, we always have another glass for you at the saloon.
At the saloon.
Oh, sure.
Suppose that is a way to make more money. As long as you're not serving raw fish and alcohol.
Well,
The menu's changing all the time.
that's right. We get all sorts of supplies every day.
Nonsense. Like, well, you and the boys might stop by later this evening.
Right. We'll get a nice big fish fry ready for you.
Ooh, more people to play video games with me.
She looks a little nauseous at that, but does not say anything more.
No, but fair enough. We're gonna get out of our hair and go to Officer Ryan and get paid.
Yep, he just asks you, all right, how would you like your money?
Uh,
Account transfer,
what options we
do
got?
have chips.
Kane, can you handle chips?
Okay, what kind of chips, Nick? Inquiry, what?
But they have basically cred sticks, or like normally they would just send it to a bank account.
I don't know if we have a bank account. Do we have a bank account?
Three members of the crew have
account.
yeah, 3 members of the crew have bank accounts.
Yeah.
Captain, inquiry. How will the bounty be divvied up?
We can send it all in different bank accounts if you'd like. I can also just hold on to it until people want to spend it.
I think that makes sense for me.
Is this
Don't
that?
really have a need for stuff at the moment.
Is this that currency thing you were talking about?
Yes, sir.
Inquiry.
It
Captain.
might be good for you to handle the funds for a lot of the crew. Just make things simpler.
Bola and Kane, you all right with that?
That's all right with me.
I have no preference on this, Captain. I do not have a bank account. I am not permitted to have a bank account by galactic standards.
Oh, how come?
Because I am not biological.
Oh, does that mean I can't have a bank account either?
I'm not quite sure.
In any case, I will, I guess, take the cred stick that is offered to me. I will just plug it into my head, and you'll just see my eyes like brighten for a hot second, and I will say, funds transferred.
Thank you kindly, Kane.
Acknowledged. Oh crap! Acknowledged.
And
Thumbs up on your thing.
I wouldn't know what to do with money. Captain, you can tell me what I can buy.
all right then. Thank you, Officer Ryan.
Much obliged, sir. You have a good day.
Same to you. Gets my
Bye.
little hat. I walk out.
So, Captain, does this mean am I a cowboy now because we've done a cowboy mission?
I take a deep breath and I go, nerd, being a cowboy is something that you have to apply yourself with 100%.
Oh,
Now, if you want to do that, you can do that. But it's a constant, eternal choice that you have to keep making.
can I try it out first?
I don't see why not, just so long as you do it with respect.
I changed to look exactly like you,
But you know, Silver.
Blue screens.
but completely
Blue
silver.
screens.
But completely silver. I look exactly like you.
I gotta watch more westerns with you, you nerd, until you truly understand what being cowboy is like.
This is trying, right?
You're certainly trying, nerd. You're certainly trying.
Well, of course I am,
And I can.
partner.
Nobody can't.
I try to mimic your mannerisms to the best of my ability.
I love that for you. I love that for you, truly.
A+.
Saloon it is.
To the saloon.
To the saloon.
Seems like a good note.
Yep.
Good note to end on.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. No, I was not sure how long ago.
Okay.
To the saloon. You guys are gonna have a good drink. Get your money. Let's plan it a bit. Eventually, the sheriff is going to contact you, asking you, "Well, we got some information for some more bounties. If y'all are interested."
Of course we are, partner. Yeehaw!
I look genuinely surprised that nerd has continued to try for like presumably a few hours. Like that's
Yeah.
forever
Yep.
for him.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm making an effort.
Yep. Yeah, and she and her deputies and the local cops are going to come and go to the saloon that evening, and for as long as you guys are sitting around on the ship.
I definitely am going to lose interest in this midway through everyone showing up at the saloon.
Oh,
That's super
yeah.
fair for a toddler. Super fair.
Yep. So for end of session, everybody's gonna get 2 character points.
Hooray!
And here's the big thing for this. Character points are character points. They just get spent on things. There will also be downtime, which will happen after, every so often for between last session and next session for what are you guys working on? Spending some time buying things, crafting things, yada, yada, yada. We're not going to do that between session 1 and session 2 because she just tore the memories of important things out of Jimmy's head. I was like, so you guys interested in more work in 2-3 days, basically. Enough time for you to spend some of your bounty if you want to buy things.
I do ask the captain if I can buy the new Captain Blasteroid vid special that came out like last week.
I'm not gonna tell anyone no ever. That's not this character. That's not this character.
Which is why it's good. I will say that my downtime crafting for making my my charm bullets and things like that is something that I can do in 3 days.
Yay. Nick, how much money did we get from the bounty?
10,000.
Okay, I wanted to. That's pretty good.
We split that. We're splitting that evenly.
Yep.
Alrighty then.
I mean, you can literally just take any of my share, just moving forward, and put it into party funds. I literally am not going to ask for money ever. I have a blob of nanomachines.
Also, at this point, because of disadvantages, you actually can't have money. You will immediately spend it on dumb things.
Oh.
That is one of the penalties of dead broke is you cannot save up money.
Okay, well, does it just disappear, or am I just giving it to the captain?
You can say for this one, give it to the captain. Normally, in-game, it is like you give it to some random person who asks for money, it vanishes into debt or gambling or random consumables or something like that.
You bought so much paraphernalia, baby.
Can I just keep buying random paraphernalia like that like a toddler would buy?
Yes, like the point of that is it goes into nothing mechanically useful.
Yeah, so yeah, my vids and my video games.
Yeah, mine can go to the upkeep of the ship and the crew because, like, I assume I'm losing some money from struggling wealth level, and also.
But struggling more impacts your ability to make money outside of party rewards.
Okay. Well, still, this can just go to party funds.
assumed, based on the conversation, it was going into the captain's bank account. But if anybody ever wants to buy things, you go up to the captain and say, I would like to spend a ridiculously large amount of money on X. And then you get to do that.
I mean, I did just buy the collector's edition of that the new vid set, so I'm happy.
There we go.
Yeah, it was it was overpriced at like $200.
Damn, did you get the Criterion collection?
It came with a real laser pistol replica. I had to pay for deluxe shipping, but it was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Deluxe shipping in space.
Oh, it's so bad, man. It's so bad.
Yep.
Look, it's hey, there's some people that are very good with the transportation magic, so I can't really make it so that we can ignore it. I can't handle like making a jump all on my own, but there's probably a couple of people who can for a small package like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Affy, you do plenty enough around the ship. I don't think there's many that could do the upkeep that you managed to do around here.
Well, thank you very much. I will say that plenty of others help. I take care of the enchanting work, and I think Kane and Nerd mostly handle on the more traditional engineering.
Mm-hmm.
Which, amusingly, the enchantment work is our reactor and our warp drive.
Yes. Science.
Mm-hmm.
Inquiry. Crewman,
Yes, Kane?
Crewman Affy, I wish to understand how the warp drive works. Could you please elaborate on why? Does this thing scream like constantly? Like, what does this thing sound like, Nick? Or not the warp drive, the
Like
engine.
the warp drive or the reactor?
The reactor, the caged spirit.
Okay, the reactor is what has the cage spirit. The warp drive is just the thing of FTL operates a bit on magic because you see there's time, space, and a variety of dimensions and worlds and things like that, and moving between them physically takes some time. So you kind of move things around in other ways and kind of it kind of just fold things together, make a whole, make 2 points connected that weren't before.
Acknowledged, Crewman Affy, but I wish to understand how a caged spirit is supplying the energy and if this is a voluntary action.
Well,
Is
there's the thing of there are some beings that are more power and
power
energy than they are physical necessarily, or have a lot of excess of it. So, uh, the spirits there should be fine as is, but kind of the way things are for that type of reactor. You don't have to worry about them any. If there's any problem, let me know, and would be careful not to mess with it too much because that can be messing with that type of enchantment work can be a bit dangerous, but I don't think there's any concern that the spirit even it would ever try to escape. If it could and wanted to, I'm sure it would. It's not really that secured that much from that direction.
acknowledged. Can the spirit communicate?
Probably not. Probably not. Not too much in the way in normal in normal tons, so to speak.
Understood.
Some of them no. I assume like is it English just Galactic Common? Is it English? What is it?
We're just gonna do Galactic Common, I get, as Galactic Standard.
Some spirits might know Galactic Standard, but a lot of them are a bit older and might be reliant on a ton that's fallen out of fashion, which some of my old work involved going to ruins and the like, so if you come across the need for one of those older languages, I could potentially know it or might have a spell to do the trick.
Acknowledged.
Okay, did you want to learn some stuff from Affy?
Crap, how do I say this in emojis?
You can take real time to buffer, and then I might finally realize I fucked up.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some real time to buffer.
Of the fact that
And then
you
I go,
Affy normally and then had to wait for
Jane, if you want to, you don't need to use emojis when you're talking to me.
Yeah, just a ton of emojis.
Kane, you can use text and emojis interchangeably at your discretion.
Acknowledged. Updating preferences. Buffering. Buffering. Beginning reboot. And I think that's when Kane's gonna shut off for the night.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
I just turned to Affy and I'm like, you wouldn't mind having Kane on if you took an interest in your work, would you?
Not at all. If you think that's if you think it's good, I'm not sure he'll be able to learn any more of the mystic arts I know. But can try if you think that's a good use of the time, or if you want him to get brought up to speed with any archaeology or linguistics, that might be a skill I can more easily teach him.
I just don't really see Kane taking an interest in anything.
Well, fair enough. Your call there, Captain.
Yeah, but I'll leave it to your discretion until he shows some intrigue in something particular. I must confess, I'm not quite sure I understand all the inner workings of your world quite.
Fair enough. It can be a bit of a complicated art to pick up, but I think I have some good master of it. Might talk to. Though I'll admit that there's some areas of don't get into too much. I only know most of the sheriff in town, but a town I know had a better understanding of the magics of the mines than I do. Don't tend to get into that too much myself. Know the theory, but unless it's a need to situation, rather not mess with any minds or wills.
That's probably for the best, Affy. That's probably for the best.
I'm glad you see see it that way, Captain. Tends to work out better when you do.
Mm. I take a long drink from my nondescript alcohol that is being served at the bar.
I didn't have concerns before this about the drinks and such at the bar, but like I think Affy has suddenly gotten pretty concerned about them.
That's super
It's just
fair.
it's just whiskey.
It's probably gonna be a while before you see Affy grab anything from the bar.
Super fair.
Your loss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna say probably at some point before all this began, my tech body just kind of like walked into the bar, sat down by a wall, and like just like went limp after a glass was put in front of it because it like plugged into the wall, and he's just recharging. And since it's plugged into the wall, I then just went back into the ship.
Fair enough.
So there's just a drunk robot desperado in the corner.
As God intended.
Mm-hmm.
The vibes in this bar are rancid, and I love that for us.
Yep.
I love the fact that we have characters in the party that like with like a Kane and a nerd and things like that, where it's just like, yes, what do you want me to what do you want us to do, Captain? And our captain is the one of just like, what do you want to do, Kane?
What would make you happy?
Yeah, but I'm not. I don't feel like I'm as like robots loyal bound. I'm just like a child.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but it's just it's just the amusing dynamic.
It's the best dynamic.
I've evolved a legit personality
Yep.
Yay!
and sapience. Someone should probably question that at some point.
Do you think any of us understand how technology works?
Kane does.
Yeah.
That's Kane's problem.
Yeah,
That's
like
Kane's cross the back.
I mean, I will put up a requisition for you, just being like, if, which will say, if you wish for this, requisition this chip. If you wish for me to do this chip requisition. Like understanding what's going on with nerd. I don't even know what kind of skills that would require, Nick. Like nano something.
I could explain it to you later, but its basis would be in one of the computer or electronic skills.
Oh, I might actually have that then.
Ooh.
it would be nice if Kane can ends up. It's good that Nerd's starting to develop for himself. Would be nice. It's nice if Kane starts to do that too.
Actually, Nick, would it be computer operations, computer programming, or research by chance?
It would be computer programming -8.
Minus what?
8.
I'm advanced.
Fook.
Do you mind if I roll that just to see if I can get anything?
Sure.
I'm curious now. I want to see.
Because in theory, I can pass this.
Mm-hmm.
Computer programming -8 means 3, 4, or 5. Okay. One of the die is cocked. Should I reroll all of them or just the bad die?
Reroll the bad one.
Okay. Okay, that was a 6 now. So that totals to 11. So I fail by 6.
Do you have the luck trait?
What part of my character would scream luck trait?
I don't know how you people build your characters. I cannot explain how much I don't understand GURPS.
I bought luck. It is useful.
Yeah, it is.
I have to make so many rolls.
I don't have luck.
Yeah, I don't have luck either. Unless
One spell can take me 10 rolls.
Yeah, unless lightning calculator or photographic memory can give me any sort of bonus on that, Nick.
No. This is actually a raw, you do not have the knowledge to have the knowledge problem.
Do I know what knowledge I might need to get to help me with that?
No, that's what I mean, is you don't even know what you ought to research to figure this out right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm a tech level up from the norm of the campaign.
Yes.
Yay.
I'm going to chalk this up to... Yeah, I will say, Chief Engineer Nerd, you are sufficiently advanced.
Mm-hmm.
I am unable to access your internal programming. I do not believe you are 100% technological in nature. Ergo,
I think I am.
ergo,
Maybe.
you may be able to have a bank account.
Oh, well, that's neat. I think I'm artificial though. I don't think I can like have any like normal proteins in me.
Yeah, based off of my spells, I'd say say you're entirely inorganic matter, but
As far
might
as
be
I
missing
know.
something.
I don't know. I'm not really designed to analyze myself to that level.
Well, there's only one way to find out, and I put a shot of triple strength whiskey in front of Nerd. Have some of this.
I just
Huh.
I engulf around it.
How you feel?
Fine.
Hmm.
Should I feel like something different?
Well, if you're an organic, you'd probably meet in some form of higher deity by now, so.
Oh. I mean, they sound nice.
Can I please roll a religion check, Nick?
Sure, you can roll a religion check.
Okay, so well, that's a 9. What does religion default to?
I'm gonna say IQ -5, probably.
That's fine. I fail. No, wait, do I fail? Yeah, I fail. Yes. The porcelain porta. Many people have heard of the legend of the god of whiskey.
Well, I know nothing about that, but, well, at the very least, doesn't seem like there's much organic in you. Otherwise, you'd be hooting and hollering by now.
Well, I have at least a carbon base. We all have that in common.
True enough.
Inaccurate statement is inaccurate.
Your bodies are made out of carbon.
Inaccurate statement is inaccurate.
Ooh, what are you actually made out of? Let me look. And I'm just gonna like flow into whatever you currently are.
The ship. There might be like a TV monitor up in the corner where you see my little green avatar.
Nerd, maybe not. There might be some sensitive like in there. Wouldn't want to be crossing any wires.
Oh, I've done this like 500. I've done this like 500 times while you guys sleep.
Well, that's a mite disconcerting.
Yeah, it's really boring. It's really boring when you guys go to sleep. I got to keep myself busy.
I mean, I don't think I've noticed you doing that when I've been up.
Well, yeah, because I'm in the walls of the ship, obviously.
Okay, well, if you're that bored, you can come and knock on my door.
Well, I guess it's in between watching my videos. Do you want to
Fair
come watch
enough.
Captain Blasteroid with me?
Yeah, I can give it a shot. Need to take breaks eventually.
Oh, it's so cool.
Watching Captain Blaster, or is it a game?
Watching. It's his favorite TV show.
Okay. Statement. I will watch Captain Blasteroid with you. Is it educational?
Maybe.
I'm pretty
No.
sure. I don't
learned
know
how
for
to
a fact, but I'm guessing this is more for entertainment than anything else.
No, it taught me how to fight bad guys and be a hero when I briefly turn into Captain Blasteroid's visage.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Buzz Lightyear, doesn't it?
Yeah, basically looks like Buzz Lightyear. That's correct.
While you're watching Captain Blasteroid, my avatar is going to like walk onto the screen, turn around so my back is to you, and then just kind of like sit there, kind of like oh god, what the hell's that show called? Ziggy, help me out.
Which one?
You have to give some indication of what you're talking about, is he?
Yeah.
Oh god,
The Avatar on
the theater show where you're watching guys watching a movie.
Oh, MS3TK.
Yeah.
MSC2K.
Yeah, that. So
You could also just say Lion King 1.5. Everybody knows that one.
I would have also.
That also would have been acceptable.
Yeah, like I Lion King 1.5 this. You just see me there, and like whenever he gets something cool, you just see me jump a little bit, like ooh, impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And this
Yeah, this part's great. Captain Blaster, they're going to be the bad guy there is going to be like, Captain Blasteroid, you're going to be defeated. And Captain Blasteroid's, never, I'll defeat you, villain. And remember his big catchphrase, adventure is just over the next event horizon.
Adventure is just over the next event horizon. Save it.
You got to say it with more emotion.
Adventure is just over the next event horizon.
We'll work on it.
Statement. Chief Engineer Nerd, thank you for sharing these historical files with me. I will save them to memory.
Yeah, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing can possibly go wrong.
Nothing can possibly go wrong. But I think this is about time to call it for tonight. Say goodnight to the recording all.
You're not giving us
Iris?
points?
I
Night.
gave you 2 points
He already
already.
gave us
I
points.
already
Yeah.
did.
That happened an hour ago.
Yeah.
I missed
That's
that.
true.
I'm sorry.
We only have Izzy to blame. Anyway, good night all. Thank you guys all for
Good night.
coming.
Yay.
Good night.